check on our grafts we put in a week ago. Sometimes the first week you put them in, sometimes you get a great take, sometimes it's not as good because there's usually eggs and young larvae in there. So we just take whatever we get the first round, and then we'll go back and rework these and cut out emergency cells before we graft again, and then our take will be a lot higher for the second week. So we'll rework this in a little bit, but we're just going to see what kind of cells we got. Not too bad. We'll take it. Second cell builder. First one looked pretty good. We'll see if these cooperated or not. If they all three look like the first one, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. But sometimes the bees like to hurt my feelings. Too bad. Look at that. Second round will be even better if that, I don't know if it's possible. I don't think we had any misses on those. Check that out.
I see one on the bottom row.
Aw. I can live with that.
Just so you know you're not perfect, honey.
There it is. Just like keeping me humble.
That's right. Looks
Cool.
good. Looks good. That's awesome.
I'll check this third one out and we'll rush these into the incubator. We're just right down from the house, so they need to be kept warm. Check the third one out here. We just had 3 colonies that were starting to make queen cells, so we're starting off with 3 builders, but we've already found 2 more that we're going to start this morning. We'll graft into them after we rework these cell builders, taking out all the emergency cells. Then we'll have 5 cell builders, but I only use them for 3 weeks. So then I split them and requeen them. That's without adding brood or anything. If you're going to add brood and boost them, you can keep one running. Hey. What do you think of that? A couple blanks, but man, those are some big cells. Yes. We will definitely be happy with those results. And they're out of some of our Missouri Mite Hunter breeder queens, so they ought to be good. Could maybe use a little bit more smoke. All right. That'll do. We'll hurry up and get these things put in the incubator. I'm going to take these cell bars out gently as possible. And then we'll put them in JZBZ cell cups. And they'll be in JZBZ shipping bars. And that holds them, you know, upright like they want to be. And then we'll put them in our incubator that we've got warmed up already. And mark our calendar so we don't forget when they're coming out. Not that I've ever done such a thing. I just use these JZBZ cell protectors. Some of them are a little bit narrower than others, but it seems like these are about as big as they make them. The ones with 2 small prongs on each side. And you kind of gotta lace them, otherwise they don't want to go in there. But if you kind of angle them like that, they fit like a glove. This thing was reading right at 92.8, so that's perfect. Got a tray in here to add humidity, water tray. And we've got the cell bars dated, so we know when they're coming out. We will go graft again. We're gonna go through and rework this cell builder. We just pulled some nice cells out of it from last week that we grafted, but we need to go back and make sure there's no emergency cells. So whenever I say rework a cell builder, that's what I'm talking about. So in my system, I think what sets us apart from other people's cell builders is we wait till they want to swarm, they want to raise queens. So we've got that going for us, and they're of strength, obviously. So we pulled the old queen out, we moved her into the little retirement nuke here, and grafted. Well, they gave us a good take, which they don't always do. But we're going to go through here and remove any emergency cells. So you got to run through every frame. And you don't have to do this next week. I use these cell builders for 3 weeks before I requeen them and split them. So now we just have to run through, shake the bees or brush the bees off and remove any emergency queens. And then after we do that, they are ready to graft. This is what we're looking for right here. So any emergency cells, we have to remove those, and don't cut any corners. Go through every frame and make sure, see here's a few here along the bottom. We're just going to remove those. And then next week, our take was great this week, but it's going to be even better next week, because there's going to be no eggs, no young larvae, nothing for them to make emergency queens out of. So all they'll do is pay attention to our grafts. We'll run through this whole thing and it'll be ready for more grafts.